Okay, it doesn't look like it's working real well. So, some of the abdominal ones I'm doing, you'll be like this, man, where you'll start out and you'll go really slow on these ones, come back down, raise up. Remember to come back down under 10. Time under tension is really important. Go down slow, come back up. Um, don't use a bunch of bouncing ballistic movements. Just go easy, up and down. You can go out with your feet and come back in. Play around with it too, bring your legs up like this, and then I have to hold on to something, and then you can come up and twist and come back down. And you can do just like the regular, just with your knees. You can come back out, or you can just use their knees, like I was trying to say. I was just my skin sticking to the floor. But anyway, you can do the it's like a reverse crunch. You can also do kind of like a rolling crunch, left to right, back and around in a circle. You can lay your head on the floor. You can put it, you can put your head up about that far, build your neck up a little bit. You can do some twisting too. Like you can twist like back and forth, left to right. I go straight up and twist, straight up and twist. Some of the other things that I was doing is I come up to the side and come back over and release. Come back over, release. And then some of the other ones that I was doing also is, let me see here. Oh yeah, so one of the best ones I found last night was when I was doing when I was coming up and doing a reverse crunch, was I was coming up like this and then coming back slow. Then I'd do 5 of them. Extend the feet, come back up and twist. Come back down, and then I would do the other side. And if you do those, a bunch of different ones, time under tension is important for it just wears you out really quick, and there's no bouncing or anything like that. Man, I used to be able to do like hundreds of sit-ups or crunches, and then there was no real point in it because, I barely got the burn at the very end, but I can do like 5 to 10 reps, man, and my guts feel like they're going to burn off, so, just, some of the best things to do is just to, lay on the floor, and one of the better things that I found is just holding on to something, and then holding on with your arms, and then you just bring up your feet. And the reason I bring up the feet instead of just doing the upper body is because I wanted to build more of I wanted the full 6-pack where the abdominals go all the way down, instead of just having the good 4-pack on the bottom. So I figured if I start with the bottom exercises, picking the legs up, and raises, kick, some people call them kicks or hip raises, stuff like that. I swear everybody has a different name for it, but basically, I just do my hip raises, a bunch of them, a bunch of sets straight up, and then I do a twist back this way, but all under is as slow as I can make it. And obviously, as you get more tired, your ability, your reps start looking like crap. Then you're done, because sloppy form doesn't help you anymore. One thing that does help, though, is once you have got to the point where you're losing the functional movement, then you can go do statics, which, like I said, you pick your hips up and you raise up, and then as soon as you go up, hold it, and then when you get tired, slowly come back down, and it becomes from a static to a kind of a descending, or I think it might be called a negative. Um, but because it's calisthenics, it might be called something different. So you've got those kind of things. Try to go slow with abdominals, and really, if you sit on the floor and you figure it out, you twist slowly, and you twist to the sides, you twist back over here to this side. Make sure if you do 5 over here, you do 5 over here. Crunch in the middle, slow crunches. Everything should be slow. Basically everything I've been reading lately is sit-ups suck. Don't do sit-ups. Sit-ups are just pretty much all they do is over strengthen, your internal, I believe it's called an internal oblique, if I'm saying that right. And so, you'll strengthen that. It'll pull your hips. It can pull your hips off, everything like that. And then you start getting weird pain and everything. And, so it's just better to try to build the abdominal themselves, and because most people don't have weak internal, at least I never did. So anyway, I hope this helps, man. I'm trying to see what my parkour cat's up to here. I get like a few of them that like to do that. They bound across me and jump on my face and stuff like that, so gotta watch them. They're like ninjas. But anyway, but do the leg raises, and then just put your legs down close together, and then use, like I was saying, where your knees are like this, and you're gonna come straight up with that. You can do a bunch of slow ones like that, and then you can do round, like move it in a circle or reverse, go left and then go right. And you train it like that. If you do a push-up too, if you do push-ups actually build your guts really well too, so, and your lumbar. And I told you I was going to show you some other exercises too for like the core in general. Well, I'll show you some. So you can do, they're called side planks. You just come up and hold. You can hold for 30 seconds or a minute, whatever you want. Flip over and do that. And then the other one, just do the same thing. Try to make sure your back is as flat as possible and hold. And when you do it, suck your guts up. Do a vacuum. Try to pull the belly button up close to the spine. Some people do some stuff. They've been doing like different abdominals. Like they'll have them go like this, and then they come back down. And then some people are doing, they come up and they do alternating knees, for, do different reps and sets like that. And then they just keep building up. And so they move differently. They kick out to the side. They kick over here to the left, left, right, up, different angles to build different parts of the abdominals. And it does work, so just go check it out, man. Figure out what you think is, and you'll find something. If it works immediately and you feel a burn, and then you're going the right direction. If you're doing something and you feel kind of almost as if it's locking up, like there's something catching in your spine, then you need to stretch out more before you go do your abdominals. So anyway, I hope I think that was everything that I wanted to show you. Some basic, quick exercises. But start out with the hip raises, go up with your feet, and then twist, and then like I said, do the with your knees, your feet together by your knees, and then roll left to right. Also, when you come up with your knees together, you'll twist, and then you'll come back down. I know it's really similar to this one, but it is a little bit different. So, and you'll get more of a pelvic tilt, I should say. And so your guts will actually start activating in a different way, and the obliques when you're doing them. So anyway, I hope it works. Take care. Tell me how it goes.